Hello, my name is John Lemon. And this is the day that I almost died. It was a cold night in my hometown. I was driving in my car and listening to some tunes. It was 3 a.m. and I was freezing my ass off. I was very hungry and wanted to get some food from the local Popeyes restaurant. Through all the snow, I eventually saw a Popeyes. I pulled into the parking lot and parked the car. I was mad hungry, so I almost fell out of my car while parking in a violent manner. When I went inside, it was awfully empty. The only person I saw was some homeless guy sleeping on the floor. Anyways, I didn't think much of it. I went with the classic 12-piece chicken tenders. I sat down, near a window. "Get out of here, you don't want to see what I saw, boy," the homeless man told me. The bum was probably strung out on crack, so I ignored him. The guy working there brought the meal over to me. I decided to check my phone as I started eating my meal. I had a couple pings on Discord. One of them was from some guy named BBC Gaming. He had a BBC with headphones as his PFP. I seemed to miss a lot, as almost everyone in my friends list seemed to be paranoid about something. I started asking around my friends. One response I got from my friend Monkey Boo was very peculiar. He started talking about a paranormal video that was being spread around on Discord like wildfire. I asked what kind of a video? And I got no answer. "I don't have time, man," he said, "the squash master's coming for me." Anyways, I was almost done with my chicken tenders, and I looked down my chicken bucket and started hearing distant shouting. It sounded like someone was saying "oh shit." It was disturbing to say the least. But I was really hungry and I wanted to finish my chicken tenders. There appeared to be a lot of mayo inside the bucket. I didn't ask for any mayo, however. I took a lick of it and it tasted strange. It tasted a little salty. Inside the bucket was a plastic squash-shaped dildo. I threw the bucket on the ground and began striding to the door. Then I heard the moaning again. Now I was creeped out. I opened my Discord on my phone once again, as I had issues with it before. I saw one new message by Monkey Boo. It seemed to be a video. Without hesitation, I clicked on it. I wanted to know what the hell was going on. It was a black guy jerking off. The entire video was distorted, and the shouting was so loud, that I felt like someone was shouting in my ear. I couldn't recall what he was saying. I turned off my phone, but it kept playing. I had no choice but to throw my phone to the ground. The moaning was still playing, but it was much quieter. For a good minute, it was quiet, but then I looked up and saw that my car was still on. I was creeped out by this, as I swore I had turned it off. Someone must be inside my car, I thought to myself. I couldn't see anything through the windows. At first I thought it was probably by some junkie or the homeless guy from Popeyes. I opened the door to my car and got inside. Nobody was in there. It was freezing cold in my car. I stepped on the gas and got out of there as quickly as possible. The road was dead quiet with no cars in sight. I wondered where everyone had gone. The only lights came from my car. Everything seemed dead. I reached into my Popeyes bag and saw that they had given me a special sauce. It was called Dreamy Bull Axe sauce. I then heard a noise coming from the backseat. It sounded like the black guy again. But it was louder. I looked in my rear view window and saw something moving in the dimly lit backseat. I turned around, but there was nothing. Then I suddenly saw movement in the passenger seat again. I swiftly turned my eyes onto the passenger seat, and I saw a pantsless black male with dreadlocks and his legs behind his head masturbating with buckets of lotion. It was the same black guy as the one I saw in the video. He said in a demonic voice, "I'm about to come ooh." He then sprayed cum into my eyes. It felt like the pain of acid and fire combined. Because it hurt so much, my legs spazzed out and stepped on the gas pedal. I could barely see where I was going. I crashed into another car and hit my head on the steering wheel. After a few minutes, I woke up. I slowly crawled out of the car as my body ached and my forehead bled. I looked over and saw that my car had landed into a ditch. I was lucky that I was still alive. I then saw something in the window. It was the black guy. He was still alive even after the crash. I shouted, "What the fuck do you want from me?" He looked like he was having an orgasm. He didn't respond to me at all. He looked almost demonic, with blood pouring out of his pupils. All this time he was having a dirty O face. He looked towards me and said in an echo, "I'm about to bust." He then jolted out of the car and sprinted towards me. I was terrified and started running for my life. The moaning noises kept getting louder and louder. I was in the middle of nowhere, no directional signs in sight. I wasn't watching where I was going and rammed right into a tree. I got up to see a cabin. It was inside a forest. The sounds were still audible, but I thought I lost it. I quickly got inside the cabin and locked the door. The beast was banging on the door and moaning even louder now. I blocked the door with every piece of furniture I could find. It didn't even look human anymore, but the cabin was sturdy, and there was no way for it to get in. I sat down on the couch and took a deep breath. I heard the moans getting fainter and fainter, until the only sound I heard was the fireplace. I'm currently writing this using a piece of paper I found inside the cabin. I'm sending this note to my good friend Monkey Boo, hopefully he will receive it. But if you see anyone that looks like this man that I saw, run away for your own good.